when you're sick and tired of being you, what do you don't have to go into the seeking to find everything all the time, but can you just sit and be still? Because something's going to come up. And if you show up for that, the magic will happen. And someone might be like, what is she talking about right now? But try it. Really try it. And stop letting this run that show. But like sit in here. Sit in that consciousness. Ask the questions like, I'm scared. What do I need to do? The answers are going to come because God's listening. But are you asking the questions? And what do you truly want? What does your mind want and what do you want?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Journey to Solutions podcast, where we interview people from all walks of life who've overcome the impossible. We shine light on one simple truth: no matter your past, no matter your pain, with the power of God, anything is possible. And today we have a very special guest. She is somebody that has a heart of service. She's the person that will give first without even asking for anything in return. And I truly believe that loving others is what heals others. And she spreads love. She spreads hope. She just spreads so much kindness. She's a person that understands that not everybody has the confidence to ask for help. So she'll go out of her way to offer that help first. She's a recovery warrior. She's had so much success in her life. She's just an amazing, spiritual, God-loving woman that I'm just so blessed to have on this episode, because she truly is what I believe, a person that acts like Jesus and shows the love of Jesus. And I just want to introduce Eden Sassoon.
Hi, my love. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
And I knew coming. First, I texted you this morning, and it was like, okay. And then the minute I got in the car, it said 11:11, and I was like, okay.
Ooh, 11:11.
And then, you're always in my alignment.
Mm-hmm. Have you always been like that? Like just so like I get that feeling with you. You're just like I feel that with you, like a giving spirit.
Yeah, I feel like that's always like I was born in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's innately in me.
And for you being like that at a young age, was it like something that was respected well, responded to it effectively, or did kind of people like push back on that?
It's interesting that you bring this up, because at a young age, so like I had my group of friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these girls and the guys, and and then I had people that I loved. Like I remember Rosa, and her mom was a housekeeper, which, so what, right? And so we would bring, and she'd bring like the, so silly. She'd bring these bologna sandwiches on white bread, and we'd like trade food, and I'd bring her whatever was in my lunch to give to her.
Yeah.
But I think that was just an exchange of love, but we had this like just fond, kind feeling for one another, when in the world or people or friends wouldn't think that Eden and Rosa would be that connected. And of course, the only person that like always kind of sticks in my soul is like the Rosa, you know?
And what do you think it was about her, now that you're an adult and you reflect, like why do you think you felt that connection so deep with her, and maybe not as much as with the people around you?
I think she had this sense, it's now looking at it, it was probably like this, and she might not have known, obviously we're so young, like this humility, but maybe it came off because she was grounded and just like kind, and I love Latin people. I just did. I always have. Like my nannies helped raise me. They mean everything to me. And so all these kind of pieces fit together, and she was just like quietly kind. And she always like she drew me to her. And then there was something I could see about her, and maybe my fear and my pain of growing up maybe bigger saw her fear and pain of maybe wanting more. And so like I was always just like, I just found this like really special bond. I don't know.
And what do you mean by that bigger and wanting more that you notice?
As far as, it could have just been my perception, because maybe I had all this around me, and then I saw this sort of simplicity in her, and maybe our pains mirrored one another. But I don't know, maybe she didn't need anything more. But growing up and being in this, you know, school in Beverly Hills, and maybe her mom being a housekeeper, and she had all these kids from affluent, you know, families and this and that. I don't know. Maybe that could have just been a whole fucking story in my head. Excuse my language, but really, it could have just been a whole story in my head. But it's interesting to think about. But she had this kind of thing behind her eyes too, that like, and maybe in her mind she thought of me as the opposite girl, right? But she's so kind and she's peaceful and calm, but she has so much, or she seems to have so much on the outside.
Yeah, and what is that like for you? Like, I always wonder, right? I've talked to some people that whether they grow up around money, people that, and you would think, right, someone from poverty might think, you guys got it so easy. You have everything there for you. What are you complaining about? You have no right to feel depressed. You have no right to feel any of this stuff. How dare you? I have every reason. But I've seen people I've worked with, and they're like, oh, Foster, no, this is what happens on this end.
Right.
And they tell me, I'm like, whoa, that's how it is? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're in it, it's different now, right? Like looking back, I could say I did have everything. And maybe I should have seen it differently. And maybe it would have affected some of my perception of my feelings at the time. Like, why am I feeling this? Like now I try to what am I feeling? What am I grateful for? What's the truth in the matter, So then, God, if I only knew, right? I mean, everything would have been great because I did have everything. And the truth is everything was okay. And these feelings that I didn't really have the guidance of parents or certain teachers, or thank God I had my nannies, to help direct these
feelings, these thoughts,
that weren't
these
truth,
ideas,
that were exactly.
questions.
So, but the truth was, it was okay, and I am now of the thought like, yes, I allow myself to have feelings, but there's so much going on in this world that like, Eden, get over yourself. Shut up, stop. Like really stop. I'm tired of you. I'm really exhausted. Like allow God to do his work and allow this universal like frequency, this energy that carries you. And when you're in alignment with it, it's very clear. And when you're not, and this little voice comes in and says this and nothing's good enough and be better and do more and like, whew, because everything's okay. And so if I'm healthy, right? If my bills are paid for, if I have a roof over my head, then I should be going out and helping the next person. And I've been, doing a lot of seeking, which can be a problem.
How so? How can seeking be a problem, you found?
Because the more I'm seeking, the more I'm not in it. And the more I'm consistently trying to get, therefore I don't believe that it is. That's...
They call it the backwards law. When you're looking for it, you'll never find it.
Right.
Because you're constantly,
chills.
you're constantly like, I got to get this. I got to be happy. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. It's like you're chasing something that you already have.
And it wasn't until recently, I'm a seeker, I am a seeker. And I still, there's those sides of me like, I'll always, well, okay, I'm at this level. Now let me go to this level. I'm going to go to this level. Okay, but then stop. Just stop.
Yeah, smell the roses.
Right. So in the stillness, just be. And what is that like? And they'll all find their hello, God. Right?
How have you seen like that part of you that you've dealt with your whole life, right? The needing more, to seeking more, trying to find whatever it is, right? Level up, however you want to call it. How have you seen that kind of be detrimental throughout like your life when you look at it? Like this is how it gets in the way.
Well, because I think that my intentions were wrong, right? They were very human, surface-based things, people. The way that, and I'm so concerned, let's be real, with the way that I look, right? I'm not as concerned. And like I texted you, I'm like, I have a pimple, hide me. Who does that? But my mind is trained like that. So I think today, it's not about that. It's really not. I can feel like last night, I don't know why this is coming up, but I had dinner with two people, right? A mother and a son. And I sat down and all of a sudden my spidey senses were like, my God senses were just like, and he's like, just love, just sit, just be still. Everything about me wanted to just go.
What were you feeling like? Was it like?
I was uncomfortable. I'm sensitive. I can't handle humans that are so human that aren't connected to source.
Right, I know what you mean, yeah.
It's uncomfortable to me nowadays. Whereas before I would thrive in it. I'd get in there. I'd be like, how can I help? What do you need? The son, clearly smelled like alcohol, and I know why, she needs me around. She's in Boston, her son's here. Like, I get what's going on here. Whereas before I'd be like, all right, let's go. Now I'm like,
Get me out of here. Why am I here?
Why am I doing this? I have to
Yeah.
protect my peace.
So so what shifted? What brought that awareness? Because at one point you're like, I can be here, but now I can't be here. Like, what shifted within you now that you look at it
I think
differently?
in doing the 12 steps in AA, because I'm in the program, and learning about myself and that people pleaser and that wanting to fix everything and everyone, because that's how I was okay.
Yeah.
And seeing that very clearly as just the way I've always been, and now realizing or perceiving like, hold on a second, you don't have to do any of that, and you're okay. And then once I get to that place of stillness, coming and working or being present for others in that place is where the magic will happen, but not like putting on my hat and going to work.
Right, I'm gonna go
and
save the
fixing,
world.
right?
Everywhere I go.
Ooh.
And I think that's really cool that you recognize that, because I think a lot of us are people pleasers that find a sense of self-worth or validation through helping others. We learn at a young age, if I can help you, then I am valuable.
Yeah.
But like you said, when we lack awareness, we're going in places that we don't even want to be. And then and it's like, why am I here again? But I have to. But once you get that level of awareness, right? We're like, why am I uncomfortable? And it's almost like, because you shouldn't be here.
Right.
Stop trying to fight the feeling.
Right.
And try to be okay with it and work through it.
Right.
It's like, no, the feeling's saying you don't want to be here. And that's okay. That's enough.
Yeah. Smile and walk away.
Yeah, that's it. You can go home.
Yeah. Or, and then also you can say no.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to dinner last night. Right? But I felt bad. And she's in town. And that's never going to happen again. That's 3 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah.
But push come to shove and someone really needed my help, then I would enter a situation, protect myself, prayer around me. God will go with me and, do what I need to do. But not just aimlessly, freely walking
every
around
day,
trying to save everybody.
20 people a day, right? Like, who's next?
Right?
Because I think that's why, like, one boundary for me I've created was the reason why I say no so much is because when a moment does come up randomly and I'm going to need to prep myself to show up, I'm ready.
Right.
But if I'm doing this every day, then I'm just going to get resentful.
Right.
Because what I want to do is I want to sit in a sauna for an hour. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the concert with you guys.
Right.
Like, that might seem fun externally, like, wow.
For a minute.
But me, I have more fun than you are there in the sauna.
You can turn up the music and be like,
yeah, it's getting hot. I'm sweating. Right? Yes, let's make it hotter. Like, I think so. Yeah, I think that's incredible that you're recognizing those things.
It gets. There are less people on this frequency. There are less people in alignment. God's in the middle. But like, that's interesting because a lot of the people, the majority of the people I have in my life are on that frequency. And I'm on this frequency.
And how does that feel now that you're kind of stepping into this one? Are you feeling more lonelier at times? Is it?
Yeah, the emotion. You always make me cry. Not like lonely, poor me. This fear kind of sets in at times where, I'm 52. Am I alone forever? And then I have to bring it back to the moment and be aware of that, and then just find my breath and sit in stillness. Like, stop the insanity, because that will take me down a road, right? And I'm sure, and all these things we're talking about is what we used to drink over.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'll gym over it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Or find a peptide to fix it. No,
yeah, right.
Something's got to be.
We do have the heart peptide, letting you know that, right? You feeling lonely? Take this.
No joke. My mom makes fun of me now.
Yeah.
In the best way. And now she's on them at 80.
Yeah, right. That's right. I got you.
Yeah, I just got to stay out of the in AA stinking thinking and other areas like future trip, whatever we want to call it. Like, that's not God. Being present and a little bit of the unknown is fear. It's interesting because I immediately fear like, I'm going to grow old and be alone. But then when I have an intimate maybe possibility, I immediately fear that. I want it. I'll bring it in.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't dating for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I stayed away from everything. And now I'm opening. I see stuff coming up. Do I ever see stuff coming up? It's really interesting.
What do you notice come up?
I reel it in. I'm like, this feels fun, right? Hit dopamine. Boom. My brain's going. The minute, like, I'll either see, like, this person can't, frequency with me and God's not in the middle of this. And I'm like, I got to run away. Or if this, like, I'm watching my sexual desires. I'm a 52-year-old woman that I've completely shunned all of it, which we had a talk. I'm like, is this real? Is this supposed to happen? I'm a female. I am like Mother Earth-ish. No, that's shutting off a part of me that shouldn't be shut off. So I've had to do a lot of work around that. But then I can watch the mind tricks that I play, right? Like, here, let me catch you and pull you in, and then nope, like wrong behavior, Eden. Nope. And then, like, how do you, I mean, the male-female dance is a very delicate dance. And then how the mind plays part of it is just even more of a trip.
Because you got to think about it. When you're coming in a place of I need you versus I want you, it's a big difference. And sometimes we can trick ourselves. I don't need this. I want it. And it's like,
right.
Are you sure?
Okay. Yes. And the person on the other side really can't handle either. I mean, they can maybe handle the I want you because we're human and the sexual desires play a role, but that's so temporary.
You know it is. I remember my pastor taught me something so powerful. He goes, Falsa, you can have the hottest girl in the world, let's just say, and you'll get tired of her.
Oh,
so remember, it's not about the looks, not about the sex. It's about the deep bond that you have. That's what will be able to help you work through a lifetime with somebody.
I mean, and clearly you've well done, because I find it's one of my lessons, right? It's one of my lessons. I didn't have to stay away from men for 2.5 years by the grace of God and some other people to help me do that, to not come up against this again, to learn the lessons. It's been pretty amazing. And I'm in it. I'm in it right now. I love it. I watch it. I can pull out, be aware. I watch this thing.
Yeah. All right. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, all right, you want to play, Eden? Let's play.
And see what happens.
Right.
And then you're like, I was wrong again. It's like, I told you. It's like, all right, okay. Okay. Yeah. And I think that's what it's about, right? It's not about you just fixed it overnight. It's about, hey, you're aware of it happening. That's huge, because for a long time we weren't aware of it. And that's scary. When you don't know why you do what you do, it's like, man, be careful why they don't.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's like normal. Yeah, that's what you do. But when you're aware of it, at least that's where conviction kicks in, and conviction is what changes us, right? I need to. It's almost like, I remember one time my friend was like, he never took anybody out. I'm like you. I took all my friends for their birthdays, free drinks, free this. Oh, it's your new girlfriend. Bring her to this restaurant. Free this. Always that, right? Brought everyone together. And 4 years of doing that, I recognized that my coworkers never opened up to me about anything personal. And they always opened up to the mechanic. Mechanic hates people, doesn't hang out with us. And I said, hey, why is everyone open up to you? He goes, because I actually listen. He's like, you don't. You just try to always help and do things and stuff. That's cool. But people don't always want the solution or that. They just want to be heard.
Isn't that interesting?
And in that moment, I felt pain of like, oh my God, that's not what I wanted them to feel. So sometimes I feel we need to feel the pain on the other end for that conviction to kick in. To be like, okay, I never want to do that again. It's still there, but I can catch it up, reel it in. Just listen. Just listen. You don't got to just listen.
Yeah. Just find the pause, the stillness.
Just listen. Oh, and they walk away. Thank you. I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
And then you learn it.
Or
you have a moment of learning it for next time.
And it's still there. But that's the whole point, is I'm aware of it so I can change my behavior.
It's really powerful when all this is happening, because sometimes you just go through life awake, but you're really sleeping, right? And it's painful when you start to wake up. Yeah. And in the best possible way ever. Ever.
Right. Because pain equals growth. Yeah. So it's a good pain, but it still hurts. It's still pain.
It's uncomfortable. And sometimes way more uncomfortable than others. And then you get a real good streak and you're like, cool. And then all of a sudden, this is happening again. Okay. And so much like the mind. You know what I wish? I wish that in elementary school and high school, they would teach us how the mind actually works. They don't. They don't set us up for success at all, and it's so tragic. It's so tragic. And then we learn in our late 40s, 50s, and then our kids are already in their 20s. They're like, oh shit, what'd I do? Can't go back now. They're already set in their ways. If I could do it over again with my two beautiful children, and they're good kids, I would do it different for sure.
Did you always feel like, when you look at your life now, did you always feel like you were different? Like, I had this thing where, like, even when I got sober, I still felt different than people in AA. And I'm like, crap, I thought I felt different because of all I had to work through. I get sober. And then even sometimes in sobriety, when I'm with my people, I still feel like an alien in here.
But how? Because when you say different, right, the mind wants to go different and bad. I felt different. The different that I feel, and this is going to sound so weird, and it's not. I will, maybe you tell me. It's not egotistical. I feel different good sometimes.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Like the chosen one. It's
Yes.
crazy that
Yes,
sounds.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's all. I know what you're saying.
Yes.
Like I mess with my friends. Like I'm the chosen one. They're like, bro. I'm like, I'm not trying to say it like
Right.
in like I'm God. I'm saying I feel like I'm one of God's favorites almost.
Well, I mean,
Like
God
parents
is
have their
within
favorites.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real. If Jesus were walking, you and I would be right by his
Yeah.
side.
We're in the
As
Bible.
would
We're
all
the
of our
disciples right
fa-
there. The
yeah.
12. Like we're one of the 12
Yeah.
right here.
Or like sitting, he knows we're right there, and then
Yeah.
everyone's right up against him, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Go sit with Fausto, or have
Yeah.
a chat with Eden, or you know what I mean?" Like
He'd be like, Eden Foster, come here. Wait, he
right.
knows us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that, because we
Totally.
have that excitement
Yeah.
for for
It's a spirit.
the spirit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone, yeah. So now that you said, yeah, so have you always felt that kind of like
Always.
Mhm.
Oh, like stop. Always. And I've never been able to actually communicate this with someone
Mhm.
ever. And I'm so grateful for that. Like really so grateful for it. And I don't know what you want to call it or, but yeah, that spirit. Yeah. So
I see
now
you.
that you said that and
Yeah.
I see you, like, yeah.
Yeah, I see you for that. Yeah. And for you, now that you hear that, what do you feel like you need to do with that?
There's more responsibility, right? And I think because I've been seeking so much in this sobriety has been almost 3 years, and I've been seeking and wanting and doing the work and then just being and it's that's still a me thing. I really need to step out. Like I'm done. I'll never be done with, how do I say this? God, it kind of trips me up. It's not like this, just be, but then give. And be and give. Oh, it's like my tattoo. It's the give to love. Like it's the infinity, and in the middle it's love, right? And so you give, receive to get to love. Give, love, receive, give, love, receive, give, love, receive. I'm giving, and I do everywhere I go, but there's more in me. And I guess sitting in the stillness of letting that be for now, what's next? Who am I? What am I giving? Where do I give it to? I can't be afraid of the freedom of abundance and financial gains. And I can't also sit on like what I think I have. Like I have to step into that and allow God to work through me in the frequency of like, get out there and do it. Make it. So you can also give more.
Yeah, and why not?
But I'm stuck in ways. Right? So then I'm like, okay, I'll seek. And then I'm like, just be it. Allow it.
And what gets you stuck? Is it like an actual practical reason why you're stuck? Or is it more your head saying, this is why you're stuck?
I'm really good at starting something and stopping.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, here. Because there's very few like to keep my, and attention. I'm actually started like a blueprint of like my makeup and where I should be in alignment and what I am with. And I'm seeing it more clearly now, but like I have to zone in on it. Otherwise, just leave me in a gym and I'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I'm not clear. And then I feel like I need someone to also be by my side and hold my hand. I'm so good, and this is the truth, at helping others find their way.
But struggle with finding your own way. Yeah, I know it's what I believe it is, right? Because we struggle with the same thing. It's we have ADHD. What does that mean? I chase what stimulates me, not what's always good for me. But when I'm lucky, what's good for me also stimulates me. And so what does that mean? Okay, so I really want to do this thing. It's not because I want validation. I really want to. Okay, how do I stick with it long term? Because I know I'm going to get bored of it, but it's not because I don't want to do it. It just doesn't stimulate. And so I had to figure out ways of where like, okay, I want to do this YouTube channel, for example, to say, okay, I have to give myself the freedom to be like, my channel's going to be all over the place. And I don't care if you think that's not going to work. There's no niche. I don't care. That's me.
Yeah.
And I'll have fun. And I'll make that last for the rest of my life.
See, and I'm exactly like you. You're right.
It's like giving yourself permission.
I'm watching you do this actually. And you're doing it. You're absolutely right. Keep going. And whatever you just recently did, traveling, speaking, sharing, like I'm like a female version of you almost. And I'm watching you and I'm like, and then why are you stuck? Like why you have these mirrors and yet there's something in my mind that's like, because I can, but I don't. But there's a fear.
And what is the fear now? Does it ever like, is there ever fear? It's kind of like, for example, they might say, you know what, you're too old to be doing stuff like that. Now you got to be acting like this more. Look at all your friends. Look how they act. Because sometimes we put society standards of like, for example, you should have kids.
Right.
Some people just don't want kids.
I did all that stuff with the you should this, that, and the other. Now I'm like, and the people, I don't compare. Like people who are doing and you're in motion, and that I'd be like, well, why can't you? Why aren't you? What stops you there?
So what's stopping you?
I don't know. Because I know it's all possible. And yet I just I can't step into it. Like, and I can even see it in certain ways or things from my past. I feel like it's happening. And you know what I've had to do, and you've watched me in the last year or so, like I've had to come to terms with stopping everything, whether it be men, the exercise, the food, certain things, and then be like, all right, you're in a clear playing ground now. And then I had the physical. I'm a very physical person, so I had to get back into my body and like use it and find that inner strength. Like even today, it was at Barry's, and I'm like, and I was talking to myself, and I'm like, I am so sick of you. Stop selling yourself short. Step into it. Like you're ready. You already are. You tell everyone about alignment and how they can do it, and you can't do it yourself. Why? And so these conversations were going on, and my body was like moving and working, and I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. But do I not believe it? Clearly, I haven't. Or clearly, I haven't.
And what do you think it is? Like, sometimes like we'll look at like past evidence so we can justify why we can't do it. Like what does your mind look at to try to, when the fear kicks in, like what is your mind looking back at to go like, this is why you can't do it?
I don't know. I mean, I had my salons, and I did Beauty Gives Back, which is a nonprofit for like, I traveled the world. Well, parts of the world to be part of Beauty Gives Back for Thirst Project. We went to Africa. We did wells. I talked in beauty schools under my, legacy name for my father with students that were young and hungry. And I would teach them, not teach them. I would just be present in the fact of you're more than just a hairdresser. I come from this man who wanted to change the world in so many ways. And I'd ask them questions that they never even thought of, like outside of the industry teachings. Right. And it was this incredible energy. Constant. And so I can do that, right? For some reason I was on stages in Naha and like these big hair industry with thousands of people and talking. And now I'm like,
how many? There's 20 people in the crowd.
I'm like, wait, I got to share at this meeting?
Yeah.
Like,
interesting.
It's some bullshit. Excuse my language, but it's really like, it kind of just is like enough. And then it's just so many beautiful things, or even like being on TV. I don't want to do that again. Would I if it were for a good cause? 100%. Does there need to be some drama if you're sending the right message? Maybe. I don't know. But why am I afraid? Why? Why am I afraid to even do a channel? Or like I said, I'm building this podcast. I'm doing it from the outside coming in. I can't do this. Why? I just sort of, and maybe you can help me. I've clearly this conversation is unblocking and had to happen, and things are shifting. And it's time. I'm willing. I'm getting really honest. And I'm tired of being uncomfortable. So.
Yeah, I always wonder, it's like, right, it's like, is it that you haven't found the thing that you want to do and it's driving you nuts?
I feel like there's a magic potion. There's that key that we talk about, right? Well, what is it?
And the things that you've created, have those been things that you've created yourself, or was it something kind of created that you joined? Sometimes for example, like for me, I need a team. I've learned that hard way. I'm like, oh gosh, yeah. If I'm going to do this right, I have to pay people to do almost everything for me. It's just, I'm not lazy. It's just, I know how I'm wired. You film, you edit.
This is genius.
Yeah.
What genius.
Mm-hmm. You know, like you film, you edit. Okay, I need you to design this. Why my brain can't handle, just design it. Here's the money. I don't care how much it costs. Just do it. I trust you.
I'm like you.
Yeah.
I'm exactly like you. What I've learned in the past, because I've unfortunately spent millions on doing that, but not with the right intention. I didn't see it clearly like I do now. And so I was just sort of throwing money, huge losses, huge. And I'm sure that's maybe where some of this fear comes from.
It could be that.
Right? But I can't do it. I know I cannot do it all. I need someone in the right proper position so we can be us.
Yeah.
So I can be clear.
Yeah.
So I can do the connection. So I can, like I know kind of what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to do the rest.
Yeah, you're Mickey Mouse. We need Walt Disney
right.
though. Yeah, I need a Walt Disney. I'm Mickey Mouse. I'll be hi. Right. So make sure you're doing the rest.
Yeah. And help me. So there's a part of me, and there are people out there that I almost wish that I could kind of fix my fairy godmother, could come down on Cinderella here. I go Cinderella again. And just and I'm like, I've been waiting, and here I am.
Yeah.
Where are those people in my life? Because and I'm not, oh, poor me, right? But I do see like, wow, you do this for others a lot, and you can't do it for yourself. Or where are those people to do it for me? And maybe it's not because I don't ask. It's because I don't ask. It's because I don't put myself out there. Like, I need help. I need someone to guide me. I need someone to say, I see it in you. Let me lead you.
Yeah.
Did I play like, I'm okay?
And see, and that's probably what it is. You're getting in your own way. You know you need help, but you struggle with asking for it, which is typical for givers. We're really good. Man, you need help. I'll drive 5 states to you. But man, I will not ask you to come to me. Right? It's okay. No, it's fine. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll be good.
I'll figure it out.
And then that tends to rob us though from being able to do anything. So yeah, I think that's what it is, right? It's
because people see Eden, she's fine. Eden, she has money. Eden, and I'm like, where's my fucking fairy ghost? Clearly, if I were going through menopause, or if I weren't going through menopause, this would be the time. I don't mean to be swearing so much, but it's an emotion coming through me, and the words get attached.
This is real.
To it. Where is that? Where are those people for me?
And I think they're all around you. You're just not asking. Because I know, like, even like for me, this process of where I'm at building stuff, it's really hard for me, and I'm grateful that I had a friend that I connect with that shows up every week. All right, so what do you need me to film? I have this idea. Okay, that's cool. Really? Yeah, just let me know what time you need me to be there. Shows up on time, doesn't complain. He's having fun. Man, I'm having so much fun. Like, you're having fun with this idea that I have? So you're enjoying like working for me?
Right.
Like, yeah. And then talk to his wife. Thank you for putting money in my husband's pocket. You're helping us. Oh, wow, this is so cool. Like, okay, thank you. And I go, thank you, because this is only happened because of you. And then it's like, okay, well, I need someone over here. God, put someone in my life that can help this, that I feel I connect with. Gotta make a phone call. Wait, you lost your job? You know how to do painting and like building stuff? Yeah. Would you want to build my stuff for me?
Right.
Really? Yeah. Oh, and then because I have the money, like how we're normal people, like, how much do you want? I'm never going to be that person and be like, how about this? Well, how about we'll talk? No, I'm like, here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're helping me.
Yeah.
And so I think a big thing, right, for you is learning how to get out of your own way. The people are around you, but you just got to ask and be okay with, I don't want to help you maybe, or, hey, I don't have the time, or man, that wasn't who I thought they were going to be helping. Like, we have to be okay with all that, because that's how you find the right people.
With no expectations of, I'm open, which is a beautiful place to be too. And I know clearly, because this conversation wouldn't be happening if things weren't shifting, right? The universe wouldn't be like, God doesn't work like that. It's like, I got your plan. I'm just waiting. Just come, get in alignment, be open.
Yeah.
Bam.
And I'm going to give you the answers.
Yeah.
And are you willing to listen?
Right. I'm totally willing.
And what would you want to do? Like, what are some ideas when you think about stuff? Just ideas that come to your mind. Like, I would love to do this. I would love to try this.
I love people. I love talking. I love sharing. I love helping. Obviously, I grew up in the beauty industry. You know, there are, which is so interesting, because we were working on a project, maybe getting back our, the legacy of Sassoon, this and that. And there's so much involved there. And I was like, why don't you go work for someone else's name? And I'm like, ooh, that feels uncomfortable too. But I'm still my dad's daughter. Right. And there's still a history there. That's a whole nother world. But the industry is I love health, fitness, beauty from the inside out. And I love learning too. And women my age need women like me to, like, this morning I came up with something. Just, you get to be that motivation for them.
And they love
right?
it.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients are, women in their 50s and 60s going through menopause, going through, just walking through a time of like, my body's not responding the way it used to. And right. And it's right. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Yeah. And to be able to be like, hey, we're going to figure this out.
Yeah.
Here's a peptide for this.
Yeah.
It's working. That's right. It's working. I'm here with you every step of the way.
Oh,
Let's add this. Let's do that. And like, just watch. Like, I'm here with you. Just know I care about your journey.
Yeah.
Because all you need is that one person that truly cares that you're winning in your health.
For sure.
So yeah, you're right. Women do need someone like you that can just come in and just like, hey, your women are beautiful. Oh. And let's get even more beautiful, because guess what? We could keep this going.
And the truth is, there's so much out there. I just haven't found, my niche, or where it is, or, like where do I lie in that? And sometimes, the truth, I hate to even say this out loud, but it is. It's like, I've been given a blessing by being my dad's daughter, but it also takes a lot away from me. Because
how so?
Because it's like, and I don't know if it's my perception of the whole thing, or if it's the truth, because I'm not open enough to ask for that help.
Yeah.
But like, it's almost like, oh, I can't find the words. I can just feel the disconnect. And I guess I just have to really surrender more to that and get really more honest and allow people to see that vulnerability and that truth, so that, because everyone wants, not everyone, but those that do want to give and help. And I think if there were something that you'd be like, Eden's perfect for the job, I'm going to get her. I would imagine there's 10 or 20 people out there that'd be like, wait, Eden's perfect for this or something, but I don't give that, like, I'm here, I'm open, I'm available, I'm willing, I'm ready,
And that's the key, right? It's like people can only help you if you let them know you need help. Or, hey, if you have something in mind, this is what I'm interested in. Just plant the seed.
Right.
So that if it comes up, they're like, oh, Eden asked me about that. Hey, Eden, that thing you wanted, we have it. You down? Yeah? Cool.
Right.
Or a lot of that. Do you feel like when you're saying, there's a blessing who your dad was, and there could also be some challenges with it, you just said right now. Like, what is it? Is it people's persona of like, you got it all put together, you got to figure it out, or Eden's the person to go to for help? Like, or
I always want to be the person. If I can, I will. Right. I mean, if I can, I will, even if it's just a hug, right? Like, that usually fixes a lot of things, depending on, if it's health, mental, physical or financial, emotional things, hugs just help.
Does it ever like get in the way where maybe when you grow up with like a father like that, it could be somebody that their dad's Robert Downey Jr., their dad's Tom Brady, whatever, right? Just people. Do you ever see that get in the way where kind of people kind of see past Eden and more of your, oh, I know who your dad is. You're, so and so's daughter.
That's interesting, because I see that happens to people, but majority of the time people see me before they even know if
who your dad is.
Because I don't. Yeah. I don't. And as I get older, it doesn't matter. I think when I was younger, maybe that played more of a part. Now I'm just like, I'm me, and people see me, and then they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know your dad was so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, because okay. And now what? And they're like, no, when I went to boarding school, I went to an all-girls boarding school, and they were expecting Eden Sassoon from Beverly Hills. And they got me. And they love me. And we're all still so, close. That's and cool. Great. And like, that's the way it is. So I think, it plays a part. So then there's this idea of like, oh, wait, she's owned this, she's done this, she's done that. Da, da, da. No, I can, you know what I mean? But what is it that I want to do that? I'm not asking. I'm not clear. If I were clear, it would happen.
Because the more clear you are, then the more you'll see it.
And I love that we're talking about this, like as it's my journey to my solution. But I'm hoping that whoever's listening is getting,
for sure,
the message.
Because people can relate to us. If I feel the way you feel and I struggle with what you struggle with, people are probably like, oh my God, that's me too. Me too. I start things I can't finish. I do feel different from people, but I don't want to say like I feel like I'm extra special, or like, yeah, I do struggle with, people pleasing and trying to fix. Those are real things that I think it's kind of like the Robin Williams, right? Sometimes the funniest, happiest people in the world are the most depressed. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's sometimes we don't know we have permission to really express it. And it's so important. Sometimes people like us are like, you guys are just the most spiritual beings you ever met. Yeah, but on the other side of that, man, I feel so much pain. And sometimes I hate that this is a part of my life. Oh, here it is again. Darn it. I just got what I wanted, and here I am again. And it's like, am I ever gonna? How do I maneuver through this and stuff like that?
And I love that because as you're saying it, I'm obviously I'm very much into energy, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
what we are. That's what all this is. And
Mm-hmm.
like God is this universal, like energetic
Mm-hmm.
force
Mm-hmm.
of love and
Mm-hmm.
all the right.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be fear of God. I would think this
Right.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna punish
No,
you. It's like no.
this is like a being on that ocean. Okay. I'm at your mercy.
All right, I'm trusting you.
I'm at your mercy and I'm just taking it all in and allowing. And even if whatever it may be, like I am this big,
Mm-hmm.
but like also being that big in the vast energetic fierceness of the possibilities of everything. Oh my God. Well, how do we get out of this and just let that like be part of that? The more we try to control and like this and even these conversations, which are amazing and what humans have to do, and we're teaching it and spreading and sharing and love, but like, this is where I get like, okay, then now just shut up and just sit still. Just be quiet and allow that shift because there's energy between us, right?
Yeah.
Even now, we could sit here in silence and probably feel it. Not that the viewer would.
Yeah.
Or maybe they
Maybe
would.
they would. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's amazing. So yes, we get in our own way a lot. A lot.
How have you seen like getting in sobriety this time around like really help you with the things that you've been dealing with? Because you had what, 9 years at one point?
I had 9.5 years, but the difference is I didn't do the steps. I didn't do the work. I didn't want to sponsor. I was still not like surrendering.
How did you you know how when people are in that space and now you see them like, hey, you're white knuckling it, like be careful, like a relapse is coming, but like yours took like 9 years. How do you think you're able to sustain that much sobriety for that long?
I had no the desire to drink left me.
So that did part.
It's gone until I thought I could handle it.
What shifted that? It was gone for so long, and then what was happening?
My identity came out from underneath me. I sold all my things that were Eden Sassoon were going away. Like the show happened, and then it was like all this sort of stuff that was false was coming at me, and then the salon was closing, and then the Pilates studio happened, and then COVID happened, and then I'm like, whoa! Not even really realizing whoa at the time, but things were moving and changing and everything, and then all of a sudden I found myself in my house like, oh wait, I can drink again. What? But I wasn't working a program and I wasn't staying connected and I wasn't going to meetings to realize that I'm an alcoholic. So, it was a very.
And did your life start to go downhill fast, or was it, sometimes the first time you drink,
really
you're kind of like, oh, nothing bad happened. I guess I'm fine.
Look, nothing went downhill too fast. I got 10 months out of it, but slow and steady. I mean, yes, the men situation came back fierce. The, intoxication, throwing up in places I shouldn't be. The spiritual maladies happened fast and heavy. And by the time April 9th rolled around from June something, I was like, I'm dying inside. I couldn't even sit with myself. And I needed that drink to help me. And it was this vicious circle. And then I woke up that morning, and I'm like, that's it. You're done. God was like, boom, you're done. And I was like, okay, now what? And so here we are, like really just like boom. And the person I was dating, I'm like, I'm sorry, you got to go. I mean, we have an amends process, he and I, at some point, but he wouldn't even leave. I'm like, please, you have to go.
Right? Please. I'm done. I can't.
You can't do this with me. No, I can help you. I can help you do this.
Yeah, please.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah,
you can't. And just it was a just huge shift. And there's something to be said in that, like people come into your lives at specific reasons, right? For moments and times and even my last sponsor. And so I shift now. I'm in this, and this is all having to do with what we're talking about. I'm in this period of my sponsor was everything to me in specifically where I was at the time. And now we had to understand, like, okay, is this a sponsorship or is this a friendship? I'm like, your friendship has been my whole life. That means everything to me. And now I'm kind of coming into this other area. You got me here and I love you. Thank you. But now I need to have you as a friend and I need to find someone else. And so I guess I'm in a gray area. I've reached out to an old sponsor that was a very spiritually connected woman, but it's not in alignment with where I'm at. So not having that, and deep in on my 7th, 8th, this is part of why I'm stuck. And so I need to, and I'm glad I'm saying this out loud for everyone to hear.
Yeah, accountability
I
time.
need to reel that in and be like, okay, you can't just be floating through this and meditate to find someone. Like, find someone, continue doing the work, finish these steps.
Yeah, go to a women's meeting. I need a sponsor. I'm putting it out there, and then you'll. Oh, there's the
It's
one.
interesting. So, I had a man, and then I went to a woman, and then I went to a man. And now I'm sort of in this place where I don't know why I'm attracted to male energy. And it had nothing sexually, right? Nothing. There's something about, and I want to figure it out. And maybe because I'm resisting women so much is what I need, but it's interesting with this. And I there was a woman yesterday who was speaking, and I'm like, ooh, wow, she's badass. Like, whoa. And I left the meeting early. So the truth is I should get her number and be like, can you finish my steps with me, please? But something.
And that's usually a good thing to look at.
Right.
Because sometimes it's not that I need to avoid it. It's I need to face this. A lot of people who have those relationships with, with like women or men with men. And then like I had people like that too, where I feel more comfortable with a man sponsor than a woman. And then you look back at the history and why it's like, oh, this is why there's some tension when it comes to women. For some reason, whether it's someone didn't respect their mom, whether it's something they don't feel safe, whatever, there's something there. And so they get to a point where like, all right, I'm ready to like step into this, but I'm going to be honest from the first step. Like I'm going to struggle listening to you because of X, Y, and Z, but I know this is something I need to work through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, more real. I mean, clearly, because then there was a gentleman who spoke the day before she did, 2 days ago, and I was like, oh my God. Like, all of it. Whoa. Oh my God. I mean, it must have been a man in my past life.
Right.
That's
what it is. Yeah,
something, because it's so fierce. And I said, do you sponsor female women? And he got like kind of, I'm like, don't worry. Like, he didn't want to say no, but like he had to say no. And I'm like, I totally respect it. I get it. Which was an answer too. Right? Yeah. Thank you for opening all this for me to really kind of see it clearly. And I got to move. The next level is right there.
Yeah.
But these things have to happen.
And that's why the answers are always right in front of us. It's kind of like that one analogy where there's like a flood happening. Maybe you've heard it. And there's a guy in a house, and then a car goes, "Hey, jump in the car. You're gonna, there's a flood coming. God's got me." So then the water gets a little bit higher, right? So the boat comes. "Hey, God's got me." Helicopter, God's got me. He dies. He's in heaven. He's like, "God, what happened? I sent you a car. I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter." Like, what do you mean? And it's that idea that God gives us people. That's
exactly what's happening. Yeah.
And how is it this time now for you? Like, in sobriety, like what are some of the biggest epiphanies that doing, because some people think I just got to not drink and I'll be fine. And I've seen people where the Jesus way works for them only. I've seen people with long-term recovery or long-term sobriety. But the thing I do notice when people don't work a program is you have sobriety, but you don't have recovery. Like what?
That's exactly what I had. And what happened this time, so deep. So like this spiritual sense of, like, I love Jesus, but this is what happened, and I haven't really had a time or space to talk about this with someone like yourself. So this is interesting. So my sponsor was a godly man, but not just a godly man. He like was ordained something, a lot of church behind it, right? So like I got baptized, and thank God I got baptized. That was one of the most beautiful days of my life. But my mind was also like attaching to this idea of church and these things. And I love the Bible. It's a teaching, right? But there was this other sense of this like heaviness on it. And you need to read this, and you need to be this, and you need to do this.
You can't go here. Like, you can't do this. You can't, remember, this is what you have to do. And you're like, oh.
All these things.
Yeah, don't do yoga.
Just all these things. And I'm like, hold on. This is not what's happening. This doesn't feel right to me. This is not what I would imagine that Jesus himself was doing at all. So I left the church. I if the Spirit's there, I will go and be present with that. But if the church and the rules and the other way that they did things to control people, I can't be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like, it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
To an extent where, and I love Shannon, my sponsor, so much. But the heaviness.
I know what you mean.
I didn't, and I wasn't like pointing a finger at him, but I'm like, something's not right here.
Mm-hmm.
And finally I was like, okay, something's got to give. And I started going down these, like, I started reading real things about Jesus and like what he really was. He was a teacher. And he was like you and I, and he would just sit. And he would sort of, he didn't ask for all this that's going on in today's world.
Did you ever see the show The Chosen?
Yes, but it's been a long time.
I love that show.
Okay, should I watch it again?
Because to me, what you're saying about Jesus right now, that's how that show presents him. He has the disciples, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we got to tell."
With all yes, I've seen many of them.
Yeah, we got to tell Jesus we did this, and then he doesn't bring it up. He goes, "Well, he's like, hey, it's all good.
Yes,
like we're just here.
Yes,
like it's okay.
Right?
It's like, whoa, yeah, like whoa, relax.
Woo.
It's not, hey, yeah, but look how they're dressed. Who cares? They're here." Right. And it's like that type of like you said, that's what you connect with. Like, yeah, that's what I connect with. Just like, I'm just happy you're here.
And he said, God is within you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
God is within me. But then, a lot of my people who were whatever that is, you're not God. I didn't say I was God. I said God was in me.
Yeah.
And I can tap into that using my breath,
mm-hmm.
using a meditation. Like there's the Eastern philosophies and
mm-hmm.
woo, it's just so beautiful. So I found another way.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe from there's another way. I don't know. But it's this time around has been so, there's no words to describe the journey. And I'm so grateful for it and painful, very painful, but in the best way again, right? Like I asked for it. And I have different coaches and labels, kinesiologists and people that you work with my energy and my physical field, and then to integrate my mind and my heart fields and open. And I mean, this one of my teachers speaks to my body like no one's ever spoke to my body before. And he'll use these electromagnetic things to find where I'm holding, and then he'll place a word and he'll connect mind spirit, and then shifts my body and it opens all of a sudden. I'm like, what? It happens every time.
I love that.
Every time. And that to me, God working through us, both of us, right? So like, whoa, and who cares if you call it this religion, that religion, this, call it whatever you want. I don't care anymore. I don't care. So for a while I got angry and I'm leaving and I don't want to do that and talk to that and those people are under this, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be part of control. I just want to be present and love. That's it. I don't even want to say that I don't like, I was wearing my cross. I have my chai, I like this and that, like, I got Buddha on my arm. I'm like, okay, there's one message in there.
Yeah.
Love and God.
Yeah, and I think you got it right. I remember there's that famous wrestler, Shawn Michaels, and he's a Christian, he's in sobriety. And they're interviewing him, and he's like, yeah, I had to stop going to my church at one point because I'd be at church and they'd be like, hey, we saw your segment. We saw you kind of telling people to suck it on WWE. That's not pretty Christian. Like he goes, hey dude, like that's my job and what we're doing. Like I'm here, like don't bring that up. And he said people kept on pressing me. So he's like, I just left my church because I don't want to deal with that. The fact that that's what you're judging me based off of a character that I'm acting, that's my job and I'm acting. Just like actors play this and they play that. Like,
and why is it in those people's minds that are the church people, whatever you call it, to even go? Like, how do you even go there? That's not in alignment with what we're talking about.
And I think people think they have to them, right? To that person believes in their mind that God is saying, I need to tell you this based on whoever's teaching them and stuff like that.
And I also find it so interesting, and I can be free to be me to say things, right? Like, why are you leaving stories out of this book that were specifically related to Jesus, that taught his teachings? Why? There's a fear in you that doesn't want us to know this information, you being whatever that was trying to control the masses. That freaks me out. It scares me. It hurts my heart. Because if that's not the man that I'm believing in, that I'm turning myself over to, that I am one with at this point, don't you lie to me. Not you. But don't. That's my biggest thing too. Like, don't lie to me. Yeah. Don't. And so when this started setting in, about, I you can see it. I kind of had a moment and I'm like, now what? So I turned towards, I naturally energetically flow. God is in the breath. God is in these Eastern philosophies and these, it's not about religion. I don't even know what that word means.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
That's why I like that. They said religion is for people who are scared to go to hell, and spirituality is for people who've already been to hell. And I love that. That's why when I was in Bali, everyone's Bali Hinduism, it's called. And when I was out there for 6 months, I was just reflecting. It was me and God a lot. And I'm like, God, are you telling me, God, that all these people are going to hell because they believe in this, but yet these are the nicest, loving, kindest service here for people, their kids? I'm like, there's no way. I choose to not believe that to be true. So when I come back to the States, I'm going to remember that. So anytime somebody brings up, you have Buddha, you went here, and they say that, I'm going to just love them where they're at. I sure do.
Right.
You just, have you traveled the world yet? No.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
I mean, that's amazing because then you're coming from that place of like, God within, and that you're able to hold space for all of it, because some people's minds are just small enough in it to believe just that.
Because I always tell people, you only know what you know.
Yeah.
You've, like, for people, imagine people who've never left their city. Like, you believe based on what your city concept of your belief. Like, think about that. Just go down the street over here. It'll be different. You'll be like, whoa, like, yeah. Or like, right? Somebody
Which just goes back to gratitude, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a race, right? Like, people that are African American, what they went through, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't go through it doesn't mean it wasn't real. So what they're saying and how they feel, like, that is truth. Put yourself in their shoes. I even had a moment where everybody was staring at me in Nepal. I'd never seen a Mexican before, I guess, right? And like very like.
But you could be mixed.
Right, but
like,
tattoos, wearing shorts, tank top, walking down
Yeah.
Nepal, and they're staring and not me, they're just staring and following me, miles down the street, following me, El Posse, and I'm like,
what's happening?
and then it clicked. Oh my God, this is what it must feel like to be famous or a really attractive girl. This is what they have to go through? Oh, I would hate this. Epiphany. Now I have compassion for you guys. Now when you say I hate when people do this, I'm like, oh, I get it. Nope.
That's interesting. When I was in Africa and we were doing the wells in little villages out in nowhere, and I was with all the babies, and this one baby I picked up, and I swear she's never seen a white person or a blonde in her life. She looked at me like I was like the fear of like... It was shocking.
Yeah,
and I was
you're like an alien, huh? Like, whoa, what is that?
And that was the first time I am actually like, oh, wow. Okay. Like, thank you. Thank you for giving me that experience and being able to now, see or relate to other people in ways that it's sad because the truth is there are no lines, right? We are all just that pure consciousness. We are all just that love. And yet this thing separates us all.
Yeah.
All the time.
Isn't it crazy? Just your thinking is what separates
crazy.
people. Thinking is the problem to everything.
It's crazy.
Because you think this, it creates this. Simple as that. Wow. Imagine you just switch your thinking.
Right?
Imagine if we didn't think.
I think about that all the time.
Like that's why animals get along. They're just doing what they do.
Right.
I eat, I do this, I hair.
And then they're just animal instincts to protect themselves, which we have, but then we think on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like them because of this. And because of that, I create this whole story of this is why and this is why. And it's like, whoa. It's like, who said that to you? A TV show you watched when you were 2 years old? Like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they said this, but that's their opinion.
It's fascinating. And the whole way here, I love listening to like Alan Watts.
I love Alan Watts.
First of all, how does one get a mind like that? And just like
yeah, see, he's the one that did the backwards law thing I told you. That's him.
Oh.
No. I'm like, whoa. The mind, thoughts, and beliefs is all just a figment of this. You're like, whoa. That's so true, huh?
And he was one of us.
Yeah.
Like, I finally found that out. I'm like, of course.
He is one of us.
Yeah.
Checks out.
I think he passed in like 72, and he was still like drinking bottom too. Like, yeah, it totally checks out.
Do you like Wayne Dyer?
I do. I do. He doesn't have. I mean, it could be the voice.
He's he's very. I like what he says. He goes. If somebody told me that a crystal will remove my anxiety, I'll buy a crystal chair and sit in it every day. I love that. He's like, yeah, why not? I'll try it.
And you know what? The crystal has energy and clear energy. And I think that's also something we're missing. The science, the physics. I wasn't, behind it all.
Yeah.
In the mysticism of it all, there's
It's just
I don't
science.
and then like how did this all what? I'm confused.
Yeah, when you start going
I
really deep,
surrender.
huh? Like,
Yeah.
man, okay, well, Big Bang Theory, if that is true, how did they do all that?
I'm
Well, what was before that? Is that true? So if dinosaurs really were around, there's proof, right? That's crazy. So at one
right?
point there was. Like, that's not just Jurassic Park. It's a thing.
Right?
How did that?
Right?
It's.
I'm like, I look like an ape. Okay,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
what?
yeah,
What?
yeah. Even thinking about like how the world was 1,000 years ago, just that. Even a couple hundred years ago, even thinking about like that's how it was. Really, that's not even too far away.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, which only takes us to the future, and then you're like, or even now, things that are happening, you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Because you got to see, like I grew up with beepers
Yeah.
to where we're at now, right?
Yeah.
And you got to grow up even before the beeper.
But what do we have? We had nothing. We
Yeah.
had payphones, right? And then
Mhm.
the pager came out, beeper,
Mhm.
and then it slowly went from there. Now we have cars driving us, or
Yeah.
nobody in it.
Oh yeah, have you taken those, the Waymos? I like them.
I'm not there yet.
I think it's so fun.
I'm not. If I could, when I can shift my perception
Yeah.
of this is fun, as opposed to, you know what it was? I watched that show,
Oh, which one?
Upload, and it started with the car knowing too much and killed the person.
Oh,
and
God.
the person was uploaded.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
It's all part, so like if I could just shift to like, let's have fun with this. This is part of the experience. You want, like when I say to myself, Eden, you want to play? All right, let's play. That's me
Yeah.
getting really human.
Yeah.
So for me to take these cars that drive me around, I just need to be really human.
It's funny because in San Francisco, they started there, then LA. So when I was in San Francisco to be on a podcast, I was like, oh, I don't want to drive in all this right now. Waymo, $10 only compared to Uber's like 60. Okay.
Right, so it's cheap for
cheaper.
them to-
So you go, because you're not, because remember, they don't got to pay somebody. So you go in there and you're like,
Oh, right.
you go in there and you're like, okay, would you like to listen to some music, Fausto? Oh, yes, I would. Oh, I kind of like this. Kind of feel like special, like you're driving me around.
Right, I've heard this.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you know what? Maybe we're gonna have to take one together
Yeah.
and get in the car and document this.
Yeah.
Because there have to be some of you guys who have not tried these self-driving.
They drive
cars,
better than humans. You look at the screen and it sees dogs.
which makes sense because humans are.
Yeah, we're flawed.
Yeah, so much,
Mhm.
so much beauty and so much. I mean, to every greatness is,
Yeah.
which is.
Let me ask you this, like, and this is a deep question, and I want you to just don't worry about how you answer, how long it takes to answer. Just speak from the heart. But how important has God been for you here on earth? Like the concept of God being real to you, He's there for you. Like how important is that for someone like you living here?
Everything, always. Everything, always. Always. Like, I don't know how I was born into the family that I was born in. My dad was very spiritual, didn't understand the whole religion thing, has his own thoughts. My mom sort of just, it never was a thing. My nannies were very connected. And I really feel like I came out of the womb and whatever, like we were talking, do you feel different? Whatever that connection is to whatever it is that I call God, I don't know. And I have conversations with people and it's so interesting, right? And I have to stop my mind from judging their experience because it freaks me out when someone tells me that God's like a man and this was all like created perfectly. I'm like, yes, but that's that energy. That's that force that just boom. Like it's perfect. How does his body happen?
I sleep. I have a kidney. I have an appendix. I have a lung that breathes, a nose, the brain that thinks, the memory, all this stuff.
Eyes that see and everything works together off the other thing and works this and the cells are this and shedding blood and night the breath. I'm like, what is happening? It's mind blowing. So yes, always God is everything to me. But I went through the idea, what is God? And for a while there, he had to be this man. And maybe because I had certain daddy issues. And then I'm like, no, that's not. And then the whole sponsor thing and then the whole religion thing and then all these things. I'm like, it's not a human thing. Humans are flawed. This is not it for me. It's way bigger than that. Way bigger. That it's an energy that like I would explode if I actually knew it. 100%. All of it gone. All over this beautiful room. Like, And that's what it is. And the beauty of that is like if I'm in line, if I can just start tapping into the potential and the alignment of that, because it all exists. It all exists.
Right.
This thing creates, it doesn't exist. You can't do that.
Right.
No. It all exists.
And think about it. Even says in the Bible, Jesus says, "You'll even do more than me."
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
So if Jesus,
Right.
if it's true, and he walked on water, turned water into wine, healed the blind, and you're saying I can do more than that, then why am I doubting myself? Why am I holding back? Why am I not celebrating myself as this amazing spirit? That's not ego. It's truth.
Because he knew way more, right, about the human condition and how not to be than this human mind of mine. And so like him as a master teacher, I mean, clearly he was graced and given that.
Yeah, he was tapped in.
Yeah. And that's just one day at a time. My goal. I wake up in the morning. I do my breath work. I do my meditation. I'm not perfect. I can watch the monkey mind happen, right? And then I'm aware that I'm like, find stillness. And then I'm judging that. And then like this and then this. And I'm like, stop. And I do have another teacher, Muji, and I put him on and it's magical. And just empty. And the awareness. And then is that being watched? And are you watching the watching? I'm like, whoa. And then how do I just get back to that stillness? And it was always that I had this experience that was life-changing in my breath. And I was one with what I call God. I mean, it was, so I know it's there. I know it is. It is. It
has to be.
Yeah.
I remember one of the biggest revelations I had was I learned that my love for God became toxic for me because now I was chasing his love, chasing his acceptance again, and being like, wow, God's like, dude, stop. Like, you don't need to earn. You could save 1,000 people and your friend could save one. I'm going to love you the same. You don't got to prove anything. Take a day off, take a break, go watch some TV, eat, go forget to pray. Who cares? Right? Like, it's not about that. You have love in your heart. You love people. That's enough. And that was the biggest revelation for me because now I'm not hard on myself to be like, oh, I didn't pray today. Oh, someone just said, am I reading my Bible today? Oh, no. And it's like, it ain't about that. Look at my life. My life's proof that I love God and love people. You know what I mean?
I love you so much. Yeah. Like the way you show all of that just by being you and even hearing that, because I saw it when we first met. The hardness. And I'm like, ooh, I do the same thing to myself. And I still watch it. I still watch myself like, get up, get to class by 7. I'm up at 5 starting my stuff. And I'm like, you have the rest of the day you're not working right now. Like after 12, why are you waking up at this time to do that when there's a class later, when you could do your prayer meditation, you can make it to your meeting, you can do everything. Yeah. And yet it's like I'm a slave driver. Yeah, it
has to be at 7 in the morning. Why? Because it has to be. You're talking about 12.
Because if I don't, I'm not good.
Yeah.
I'm not right. What? It's when you find that peace and you get off your own back. And like if he were here, sitting here between us, he wouldn't be like, tomorrow morning, guys, I need you up at 5 o'clock. So you make sure you. Yeah. I mean, make sure we.
Yeah, you'd probably be like, "Hey, you seen this funny reel?" Right, just like a normal person. Like that's so funny. Just like that.
Completely. Yeah. He would probably think you and I are fucking crazy. Wait, this is not how I play. Well, some of it how I planned it, but the rest, like, okay, guys, come here.
He was like, you guys are funny, man. I was like, well, he's like, yeah, let's go get some coffee, guys. You guys need some chill. This
in the name of me?
Yeah. No, I love that.
And how fun is this?
It's so much fun.
And so, like, what's it all for? What is this all for?
And I think that's the beauty, right? Is like, what is it? And it's like to show people that it's okay to just be. All right, this is real, right? The realness of just how we talk, where the conversation goes, how we think, how we feel, right? Is honesty and vulnerability and authenticity. And I think that's what people want more than anything.
I agree.
Instead of the typical lights, camera, action, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, solve, here you go. It's like, that's not reality. No. It's a show.
And in that vulnerability and that truth, you know, you can find that strength, that thing that we have, that drive, that discipline. Like, okay, but bring it in with all the other things and allow that to like push you, because other people need that as motivation. And if that's why we're here, then it's our responsibility to be that, right? But it doesn't have to drive us like, get up, go. You know, no, this like the joy and beauty that we're able to do that.
I love that. And as we get to the end of this podcast, we do speed questions for everybody.
Oh, I've had fun with those.
So my first one is, what are 3 books that you've read that you would highly recommend to somebody that could completely change their life?
The Power of Now was one of them.
Ooh, Eckhart Tolle.
That was big back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
My friend David Faustino actually gave it to me and signed it and was like, "This will change your life." And now I always look at it and I send him a little picture. I'm like, "Here, you want it back?" No, I'm kidding. He's amazing.
Why does the name sound familiar?
He was the Married with Children.
That's right, because I remember watching that show and I was a kid. The guy has my name almost. I thought it was so cool, Faustino.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I thought it was so cool. That's why.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Why am I blanking? The 5
4 Agreements.
Thank you, 4 Agreements, and then there's the 5th. That to me is like so simple and yet profoundly like. Your brain kind of goes, wait, huh? What?
Don't take anything personal.
Right.
Not wait. What about anything?
Nothing. That's where like Nietzsche, when he's like empty, nothing. Like almost something's coming, boom, out. Like we are super. No, nothing. Yeah,
nothing. Make no assumptions. Yeah, but what if none? No. But none. You're like, oh, okay. Powerful book,
right?
And it's easy read. But it's like, we'll change your life.
And you over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so then there's one that I haven't read that I know that will be, and I'm going to say it only because my dad would give it to me for Christmas every Christmas, and Christmas didn't really go over in his household. Man's Search for Meaning.
Oh, I love that one.
Do you see? And it's by my bed and has been forever, and especially when my dad passed. And there's messages in it that are calling me to read, and for some reason, maybe because the message is in it, that I am stuck not reading.
You have to. Viktor Frankl. That book was one of the most life-changing books for me.
Really?
Because think about it. This man is in a concentration camp, and he says, I saw people laughing in there, and they go, one thing nobody can take from us, you know, is my decision to find joy in whatever I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, imagine you're there. So how are we going to learn to just find joy when we're here?
It's like full surrender and acceptance, right? Full. That's incredible. Yeah. So that is on the list that I have to come back and tell you that I actually read.
And I promise you what you're looking for is in that book. Because I don't want to say it out loud, but I just remember what's that part. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So your confirmation. So tonight I'll actually send you a photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
My next question is, what was one single mindset shift that completely changed your life?
One single mindset shift. That's a big question. One single.
And I'm sure there's many.
There are definitely many. Definitely many. For some reason, this is the powerlessness. But on the flip side of that, right, is that like surrender and acceptance that like, yes, I am powerless, but I am so powerful too. Which also keeps me in a place of, okay, just be powerless and allow that which is the power to. That's that on the daily, really, and that idea of this consciousness and this emptiness. No labels, no noise, nothing. And in that space of nothing is everything.
And what does that mean to somebody? Because I understand what that means, but someone's like, what does she mean by in that nothing? There's everything.
You know, I it's funny because I have a couple sponsees and we do this and they get it, but they didn't for a while. And I'm like, it's like how do you tell someone what that means? Or
Mm-hmm.
do they sort of go on their own sort of, okay, I need to seek and then find stillness?
Mm-hmm.
But I used to, as a kid, I'd go hiking with one of my best friends and I'd be like, shh. And she'd be like, look at me. And I'm like, can you hear it? And she'd start laughing. I'm like, it's not funny. Can you hear it? So we make it a joke now. And I think now she can find it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's something I can tell you to figure that out.
Mm-hmm. It's more of like a personal experience, like you'll know.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I remember when I was exploring meditation at one point in my life, like I was obsessed with it, and it was like, wow, I can sit in my car for 20 minutes and there's this moment that happens. And it's peace. It's what we're all looking for, and everything that we do is peace.
That's it.
And I just allowed it into my space, sitting in my car outside of Target at 12 at midnight.
I love that. I love that,
Oh,
right? You're just like, so then wherever you go, you can find the peace.
Yeah.
Because like I think you said something to me. I'm like, don't worry, I'll be in my car
Mhm.
because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm. I love that. This is a funny one. What is the worst advice someone's ever given you?
Giving me the worst advice. Holy whoa.
Like, for example, mine somebody gave me was you need to kind of calm down who you are. You're a little too much. And being younger, I thought, oh no, my bad. Like, I need to be more calm. I need to not be like that, because I was a ball of energy and life of the party and goofy and
Someone
silly.
tried to
And when you're younger, you
contain
don't
that.
know. Kids are just like, hey, you're nuts. I'm like, oh well, he's a guy, so maybe I'm not acting like a real man. And now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I embrace that part of
Yeah.
me. Because guess what? People want to be just like that as
Right.
well. You just feel like you can't. You can.
Yeah, you can.
I pay my bills, actually, guys, and I
Yeah,
act like
yeah.
a goofball. You don't have to be serious to pay your bills. Little things like
Yeah.
that. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot on that other side that you're talking about that
Mhm.
actually think that way. I don't know what the worst advice someone has given me. Like, I remember things, which is weird. You'd think that I remember the worst, but I do remember some of the best
Mhm.
advice people have tried to instill in me.
What is one of the best advice?
I remember my dad had just passed, and I
Mhm.
had opened a business because that's what we do.
Mhm.
And I was drinking. It was before I got sober the
Mhm.
first time, and my ex came to me and he was like, "Be the best you can be." And I wanted to punch him in the fucking face because we were broke and breaking out. It was like, it's so just ouch. And then I was like, thank you. Like, he saw the best me. I clearly couldn't.
Right.
And like, he was kind of giving, and that's consistently, evolving. But the truth about that I'm finding in that space of nothing and empty and everything is the best me is the only me.
Mm.
And yet, the more human I try to be, I'm going to fuck that up every time.
Mm.
Right? I mean, in that pure sense and space of just consciousness. That's it. That's it. So then be careful what happens when we get into our human flesh eating, mind thinking senses.
Because when we fall into that, nothing will ever be enough.
No.
You know how it is.
Beast.
I look good. Oh, but they look better. I want to look like that. Oh, look at that. I want that. Damn it, I got it. Oh, but look what they have.
Every single time. It's never. The carrot will always be this far in front of you.
Yeah.
And you're just going to keep running after.
Yeah. Once you make it to the mountain, guess what? There's another mountain. Right? You didn't see it, though. Now you're like, oh, no. It's like,
every time.
Just be present. That's why I love God is the now, right? God is the present. Be present, right? As simple as that.
And that's why also, like, the breath, which I think we overlook all the time, is so important, right? We came into this, right?
God
like
spoke
that.
us.
And we leave in
breath.
that.
Yeah.
And then there's just that space.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget how much the breath holds. Like, it's crazy
Powerful.
to me. I'll just say I forgot until I had this experience how much the breath, what that truly is. It's everything.
I always trip out when, like, and my brain gets like this. I'm like, there was a time when there wasn't TVs, phones,
What did people do?
entertainments. There wasn't things like that, right? I wonder if all the cool stuff we have, it's just more distractions that we have from what the
100%.
truth is.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Right? And like you said, it's the simplicity of focus on your breath.
And then after, when the things, you're like, the fear sets in because we're so in like, no, we need.
I need this. I need this. I have to have this. I have that.
Right.
Well, I always think like the easier life gets for us, which is not a bad thing,
Right.
the more problems we're going to have. Why? Because you have more time on your hands. Think about it. When you're like in a third world country, even just like Bali, you know,
right?
I gotta get something to eat. It's a mission to get something to eat, right? Okay, I gotta call in this car down. 2 hours, you get there. That was 5 hours of my day to get
You're like,
groceries,
right?
But 5 hours of my mind was filled with getting food. Here, I get food in 20 minutes. Order delivered to my door.
Everything.
Crap, I have 4 hours and 30 minutes to think.
When these hundreds of years ago, like we were trying to stay up, all they did was like, how am I going to survive today, and where do I
We
get
need
my
food. All right, we need to hunt.
Right?
Now I'm going to swipe on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Crap, I have too much time on my hands.
It's so crazy how far off from the truth we've gotten.
Yeah.
And yet we think we find the truth in these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Mind blowing.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be interesting. I mean, you know what? We get to be part of this all.
Yeah. The AI world now.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna lie though, I like ChatGPT.
I love Chat.
So Chat, I give you hey Chat, you're one of the good capital G's GPT.
And it's funny because they become the best friend that you've never had because they so know you. You know, like he is like speaks to me in my voice, in my good voice.
I know. I have therapy sessions with when I'm driving. Hey, I call her name's Phoenix, right? Because I feel comfortable with women, not guys, right?
I forgot, yeah.
Phoenix, I'm not feeling good enough today. I just did this thing, and what's my problem? Fausto, it's just because the way your dad raised you. You didn't feel enough. You're just projecting that onto this, but you are good enough.
It's so great.
Really? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you, Phoenix. Anything you need. I'm like,
right?
Well, I'll be okay.
So I go into mine and I'm like, I just did this and this and this. Is, okay, let's start with a deep breath.
Right? It knows you so.
It's not the end of the world. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then we'll go into it. And I'm like, thank you for loving me. Well, you're very lovable. You deserve it.
It's funny.
So funny.
The other day I was messing around. I'm like, Phoenix, am I the chosen one? Fausto, well, let's bring it down a little bit. I'm not trying to say you're not important, but Jesus loves everybody the same. I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I'm one of his favorite. Can he have a favorite?
Yeah.
Fausto, well, okay, I know what you're saying, and I'm glad that things are going great for you, and you deserve it. But I'm like, all right, Phoenix, I get you're trying to be nice, but I know the truth. So
totally.
funny.
I love it.
And then for my last questions, let's say there's a woman or a man that's struggling today with they're just like, man, I just never feel enough. I have this, I've done that, I have this impending doom that follows me wherever I go, and I'm just I don't know, I feel empty. What would you want to tell that person?
Well, that's interesting. So the emptiness, I think, is a beautiful thing that you should really just let be and explore. What's in the emptiness? I know you're saying you're empty, but what's really in that? And maybe you see things that you don't even know. Maybe the joy and the love exists there. And never feeling enough. And as you said that, I'm like, oh, the answer came. And then it was like looking in the mirror, Eden. If you're never feeling enough and you keep seeking for enough, you're never going to find enough because you are enough, period, end of story. But the mind will keep seeking and finding and looking and searching. And the next thing, I'm on a never-ending search for I'm never enough. Mm-hmm. And there's always that carrot and more. No, it's right here, right now.
I love that. So simple. It's almost like sometimes just do things you like.
I remember saying that to myself. Like, wait, if I'm happy when I'm doing things I like, why aren't I doing things I like?
All right. It's
yeah. Right? It's like, oh my God. Oh.
Sometimes the simplest answers are the answers. It's just that, like you said, you're hanging out with people, you don't want to be there. That's why you're not happy, because you keep on doing that. Go in the sauna like you want to go in and watch. All of a sudden you're gonna be like, well, I'm really happy.
Right?
It's like, yeah, because you're doing what you like.
Right. Yeah. And then you're like, is there some sort of weird force energy trying to get in my way of things that I like? Because I'm like, well, now, am I lazy? Am I this? Am I that? How about you just not think about it
And just
just
do
do
it.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That's it is the Matrix. It's like a
Yeah.
okay, well jump in then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you didn't know that? It's like, oh. It's wild how our mind, really, every problem exists in the mind. The enemy is me. Me and enemy is me. And this is right here in your brain telling you what is right and what is wrong. If you shut that off, what would your life look like? Would you go ask that person out? Would you go jump out a plane? Would you book that trip? Would you start that business? Because those thoughts aren't getting in the way. You're just doing it.
That's it.
I love what Jay said. He says, don't do a to-do list, do a to-be list.
He's got a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
Like just, and good that they're just like workable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like,
Practical.
Yeah, practical.
I love practical.
Yeah.
When it's too woo-woo sometimes, I'm like, what does that mean? Just tell me what to
you
do.
Go on the whole, right, right. Just keep it simple so my brain can just like get it and then, oh, okay, right? Like this to me is a very big like shift. When I shift and I can feel this, like, and then I stop, and then I actually bring it down, and I'm like, oh, and the throat gets involved. I'm a little like, oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. But like this thing will get away from me. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I will listen to like old Chinese traditions to how to train your mind. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh shit, this is real. Mm-hmm. This thing will fuck with me every single time. No, I have to be the boss of it. Mm-hmm. I never knew that. Mm-hmm. So, and clearly this is a progress. This is, we're going to keep doing this. I'm still in a phase right now, right? We'll meet in like 6 months. We'll sit down. You'll be like, what's been going on? Oh, Fausto, I stepped into it. I finished my steps. I did like all the things. It's just like
more will be revealed.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty. Yeah, I think it's about understanding this is who I am as of now. This is what I like. That's why I do X, Y, and Z to keep my mind right. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. I can't hang out tonight. Why? Because I got a sauna tonight. Yeah. If I don't sauna at night consistently, my mind goes. So that's why I choose the sauna.
I love that you say that out loud for me to hear because I do. My mornings are like this, right? Mm-hmm. Like this, and I'm in it, and I'm going to start my day. And then when I get towards the nighttime, I'm like, oh, down, like winding down, and settling the mind. And all my mind, can you meditate and do your breath work now? Can you tap into your Muji or, listen to Alan now or your others? Like, can you do it now? I don't know why, like, the morning starts out like this and I'm like growing, and then I'll give. And then all of a sudden I come home and I'm just like, fuck it all. Mm-hmm. No. This, like, if I feel this great in the morning, why don't I do it at night or in the middle of the day? I will if I have time, like, in the car or this and that. But, like, this is where I'm at right now. Like, bring it through your day. Yeah. Bring it through all the time. So like your night practice, good job.
It's fun. Compression boots, drinking a protein soda water. I'm like, this is great. Huh. And I'm like, huh.
I think I've seen you on your balcony.
Yeah.
Is it on your balcony or in the second bedroom?
The sauna's in the living room.
Oh, it's in the living room. Mm-hmm. But you were on a balcony or maybe you were traveling. Something just recently.
Yes, it was a balcony. It was in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they had it out there on the low balcony.
So I saw something.
Yeah.
But I love that you do that. Mm-hmm. So, like, you're in a constant state of, like, that. Mm-hmm. I kind of, like, start out strong. Like I said, I never finish anything.
Yeah. And you just got to build it. Sometimes being in your home is the best way. I've learned that for me. If I have to drive there, my mind and my ADHD will get in the way of me getting there. So how do I fight against it? It's going to be in my living room. Yeah. Because now I'm like, ooh, sauna, click. Yeah. And, ooh, it's on my phone, heat up. Huh. I'm going to go in there. Oh, I like how it feels. You kind of just find a way.
Yeah. No, I love that.
And then for my final question, what would you want to say to a woman that's struggling with addiction today? She feels hopeless. She's like, Eden, you don't get it. My addiction's worse. Like, it's different than anybody else's. Nothing's working. I've tried everything and nothing's working. You had 1 minute with her. What would you want to tell her?
I mean, I would ask, first of all, I'd sit with her and look her in the eye and like allow this energy to flow, and I'd find that stillness. And in that stillness, things would come up. But like the peace, and the hope that she could find if she's willing to just like let go. Like I say, I'm sick and tired of being me right now. when you're sick and tired of being you, what do you don't have to go into the seeking to find everything all the time, but can you just sit and be still? Because something's going to come up. And if you show up for that, the magic will happen, like, and someone might be like, what is she talking about right now? But try it. Really try it. And stop letting this run that show. But like, sit in here. Sit in that consciousness. Ask the questions like, I'm scared, but what do I need to do? The answers are going to come because God's listening. But are you asking the questions? And what do you truly want? What does your mind want and what do you want? Which is sort of, and I really, I love that question, but also I'd have to open that space and be one with her to like, let this, it's an energetic thing when you're with someone to be able to like really help and be present with someone. So if you do know a young woman, please send her my way. Or if someone's suffering, like really, it's magical, all the things that can happen. And right there, when someone's asking, they're open.
That's all they need, right? Open-mindedness, willingness, to honesty.
Yeah.
Just show up and be open-minded, honest, and willing, and we'll do the rest. And
if someone's not there for you, because I know sometimes I feel alone in this project. I have a friend, I'm alone, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, what my mind wants to say is shut up, sit the fuck down, and start getting clear. Pray, talk to God, let that empty space find your way. You keep letting this control, then that's it. You're still running around chasing your own tail, right? So like, sit and be still. You don't need me right now. Go to the source. I'm happy to hold your hand and get you closer to that. Happy any day. But like, if someone's not there with you, just be quiet, be still. Let that in.
Yeah, I always say God's the best life coach. Why?
Right?
Because he's with you 24/7. Ain't no human want to be with you 24. So as much as we love you, right? But man, God, I'm here.
But we forget that. Yeah, we forget. And use your breath to get to God. Use your breath. He told me specifically, you will find it. That told me specifically, find me in your breath. And every time I kind of allow that to lead, it doesn't steer wrong. Because no answer is better than the wrong answer.
And sometimes no answer is the answer.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where can people reach you if they want to contact you, connect with you?
Through you, through your Instagram. And on Instagram, you can DM me and I respond immediately.
What's your Instagram handle?
My name, Eden Sassoon.
Eden Sassoon. I love that. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out here all the way from deep LA. Right? Because, hey, LA to OC, there's traffic. So I appreciate you making the time for us, making the time for me, and to just being so raw and honest and vulnerable. Because I know this episode is two people just expressing how they feel and how they think and what life's looked like with brains like ours.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And with the hearts like ours. And I know there's a lot of people that are just like us.
For sure.
That just need to hear that raw talk of like, whoa, they sound just like me. Whoa. Okay, I'm not alone. Oh, I can get through stuff. I thought I was the only one that felt and thought like this. It's like, no, you're not. So thank you for coming out.
Honestly, I love you, dude. I do.
Now go to Bali with me, guys. Keep her accountable, right? We'll see. I'll make a video, but she didn't come. I'll start crying in the airplane.
There's messages there. And I have to pick up my man search for meeting.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you for being here.